just going to do a short live. Going to have to set up a GoFundMe account. Because if I can't come up with $2,300 for back taxes on my house, a house that I have completely paid off, will get taken for $2,300. It almost seems criminal, actually. But, and today I'm just kind of, it's weird how life works. Some dude flips off Donald Trump. They set up a GoFundMe account for him, and he has $500,000 like a day or two later. And I've been fighting these child traffickers. They murdered my friend. They bragged about it. They just put my dog outside so that it could freeze. Just a week ago, not even a week ago, passed out flyers all over town, falsely calling me a pedophile with my picture and my address, encouraging people to come to my house just because I'm fighting for other people's kids. And this is like a thankless type situation. Not for everyone. There are people who have donated in the past, and I so appreciate it. But for the most part, Isaac didn't feel appreciated in the end. He felt like he was alone, adrift, with all these sharks swimming around him. I bet that's how Virginia Giuffre felt. You know? I don't even have kids, and here I fought for everyone's kids. And they've made my life a living fucking hell. And then they call themselves victims. All the shit that they've done to me, but they're the victims. You know? It's just beyond. It's beyond. I need a miracle from God. I need something. $2,300. Like I said, I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. What else can I do? Shit, I can't leave my house for very long because now I'm afraid of what they're going to do to my dogs after they locked one of them outside in the cold. You know, they threaten they're going to murder my dogs all the time. I've gotten tons of emails from it. Just it's like people want the child traffickers to win. Or maybe they don't want the child traffickers to win, but they certainly don't want to have to do anything to actually prevent it themselves. And they obviously don't like what I'm saying because I just went from one follower, one person in here, to 33. That's the shit that they do. These fucking they're child traffickers and they're fucking kids. And it matters. It matters. But anyone who stands up against it, shit. Every single victim has been treated like shit. Nobody listens. Nobody cares. And it's difficult to deal with. It's difficult to be here, you know, and have to face all this. It's difficult. And maybe there still videos of them making videos of my house burning down? No. I'm not going to shut up. That's what the child traffickers want. They want me to shut up. Because they want to fuck your kids with impunity. They feel like they're untouchable. How do I know that? They've sent me emails bragging about it. Doug Mesner. Who's not Doug Mesner? He's everybody and nobody all at the same time. But he's using that satanic temple after school daycare to fuck target kids. You know? I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. And the stress level is astronomical. You know, they're hitting me with their little directed energy weapon toys, which they said they had, and we're going to use them on American citizens in 2006. It's now 2025, and we have something called the Havana Syndrome, but it's caused by Voldemort and all of his Death Eaters waving their magic wands. Or everyone who says that they've gotten hit with these weapons, who have had brain damage from them, they're all fucking mentally ill. You know? So every single person at every one of those embassies that got hit they're all mentally ill. And they didn't like that conversation because I just went from 7 people to 38 people. They're little Nazi bullshit. And they're fucking kids. And it should matter. And the people who are fighting this, what ends up happening is you end up feeling all alone. That's why Fiona left the field, because she felt like she was just mere entertainment. She couldn't get anyone to help her. She couldn't get anyone to share her shit. You know? And am I stressed over $2,300? Fuck it, shit might as well be $1,000,000 for me right now. You know? So am I stressed out? Yeah. It's just Sasha Riley. Who's that, Susan? I haven't been watching. I haven't been keeping up on anything. I'm so stressed out right now. The last thing I want to watch is the news. You know? Who's Sasha Riley? Is that the one that flipped off Donald Trump? I don't know. It should matter. It should matter. And yet it doesn't. And they'll dance around and laugh. You know, they do anyway. Dance around, think it's funny because they're untouchable. And how do I know that's how they think? Because they've sent me emails saying untouchable. Susan, who's Sasha Riley? I haven't been watching the news. You know, I don't need to watch the rest of the world burning down when my life, there's a lot of oppression going on in my life, you know? And they're on top of me. Everything I do, they're going to try and thwart me because they want me to lose my house. They want me to become homeless. They want me to shut up. That's the reason why that dude just typed in shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up over and over and over. You know? They want me to shut up about their child trafficking. I don't know why they're worried about it. Nobody gives a fuck. You know? Videos and interviews on why YouTube. There's a woman out there, someone just sent me a video. She's a victim of MK Ultra. And I just it's been interesting. I think she's real. She certainly has the details correct from what I know. And but then who can say anymore? Who knows what's real and who isn't anymore? They're very good liars. How are those Epstein files going for everybody? Finding what you need in them? Oh, wait a minute. They haven't been released yet? Wow, what a surprise. I'm just going to become homeless over $2,300. You know? And it's all due to the fact that I was fighting a fight that maybe was never mine. I didn't have kids, never had kids, you know? Been on the front lines of this for a long time. Why should I be like any other, different than any other survivor? Isaac Cappy. No, I can't drag it out. Went in there today, can't do anything. Can't do anything. Have to have it taken care of by March. I know Isaac did not feel appreciated. I know Fiona does not feel appreciated. I know that Virginia Gouffre probably felt like she was alone in all of this. You know? I'm just, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say. Went from 33 people now back down to 2. That's the shit that they do. You know? A lot can happen between now and March. The shit part about it is that God knows that I will keep going regardless. Overwhelmed, somewhat hopeless, but I'll still keep going. Because what else can I do at this point? You know? What else can I do at this point? Kids matter. That's how I feel. You know? And the victims of this matter. You know? And I think that the assholes that are doing this who laugh and say that they're untouchable, and they all act like they're untouchable. Tara Joyce, Geo Farnsworth, Daniel Dowd, Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, who emails me saying he is untouchable. You know? Murdered my friend, nothing happened. Oh, no, that's not true. Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross sent us all a group email 6 months after the fact telling me that I needed to shut up and that they didn't do anything wrong. That happened, you know? Based on a picture that I wasn't even talking about and an email address that wasn't even the issue. Him saying, oh, well, they weren't in town because there were leaves on the trees and it was winter. Well, how about all those fucking live videos on YouTube? Do those matter? Never even known that they hurt Owen, but they bragged about it. They wanted me to know. And now that I'm making an issue out of it, because murder still is illegal, right? I mean, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously, if you're in the right position with the right little badge, you can shoot someone in the face 3 times and nothing happens. I guess the bitch was Jason Voorhees. 1 shot to the face didn't disable her. She was still coming at him. You know? And yet we've all seen the video. But what difference does it make? You know? This myriad of videos. She smiles at the dude and says, I'm not mad at you, and gets in her car. And that's her last words. And his words right after that was fucking bitch. After he shoots her in the face 3 times. But that's not excessive force. Because she was still coming at him. He shot her in the fucking head. And she was still coming at him. And then he walks around for 45 minutes. But we're all supposed to believe that after he walked around for 45 minutes, they have him on video, he looks fine. Suddenly he has internal bleeding. And people believe this bullshit. The very fucking people who are hiding the goddamn pedophiles are telling you that same shit. You know? Because it's protecting that dude, ones that won't release the Epstein files. Same fucking people. Well, I'm going to get off here. As you can tell, my mood is just, you know, kids should matter and they don't. Victims should count and they don't. Now it's gone up to 38. You know, there's not 38 people in here. They're just feeding this thing with bots because that's what they do. Because they have nothing better. They have disposable income that they can just spend willy nilly. You know, and they do. My neighbor who just let my dog out into the cold, getting paid, not doing it for free, doesn't have a fucking job, doesn't leave the house. I know that because I rarely leave the house. But fuck, who can afford gas? You know? I don't know. I don't know. I am definitely the dark night of the soul. No, I am not a danger to myself or anyone else, and never will be. Never will be. But that does not mean that I am concern free and just flitting around like a butterfly, you know? Anyway, so now that's my life. That's my life, you know? I'm sure they'll all dote on every word I say. They'll dance around. Oh, it went from 38 people to back down to 7, you know? Funny how it works that way. Well, how was my childhood? Well, being tortured at Offutt Air Force Base, being involved with a bunch of little boys getting fucking sliced and diced while they screamed so that we could eat their flesh and drink their blood, and then I would get gang raped afterwards. It was wonderful. I had a joyous childhood. It was great. You know, it was great. And now I have a bunch of goddamn devil lovers who fuck kids chasing me down, laughing in my face how they're untouchable and how I'm going to get fucked. It's wonderful, you know? Of course I've had therapy, dumbass. You're a fucking anonymous motherfucker coming in here, actually talking shit, thinking that you're somebody, and you're just a piece of shit who has nothing better to do than harass people on their lives. You probably live in your mother's basement, along with Daniel Dowd. He does too, you know? And that's the kind of shit that victims have to go through. That's the very shit I'm talking about. Only they send emails and they hang flyers up all over town and they do videos and they break into my house and they try to hurt my dogs and all kinds of stuff. It's great, you know? I gotta get off here. I'll be back on the weekend. You know, I'll be back on the weekend. I got to set up a GoFundMe. Shit, maybe I should track down Donald Trump and flip him off. If it's worth $500,000 to flip the motherfucker off. Because God knows, trying to get this child trafficking shit is just one heartache after another heartache. That's the sad part about it. And I guess I'm a glutton for punishment because here I still am. But then I don't see anybody else on the field trying to expose it. Talking about their shit, wanting reparations for themselves, yeah. I see those, but no one who's trying to expose this. Let me go through the list again of the people that I know are involved with the deep state kind of bullshit. And why are they all involved? Because they're untouchable. Just like the ICE agent who just went to go try and fuck a kid and then told him, wait a minute, guys, you can't arrest me. I'm part of ICE. That's the mentality that they have. That's the mentality that they have. Over and over and over, we hear stories like that. Colonel Michael Aquino, Gabe Hoffman, Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. Thomas Schoenberger may or may not be involved. Who the fuck knows? He obviously has information he should be investigated and talked to anyway. He has a lot of information. Lucian Greaves, a.k.a. Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Doug Misico. Those are just the names that he's gone in real life. Then Johnny Dub, a.k.a. John Kilrush, a.k.a. whatever the fuck, Chief Handler. He calls himself all kinds of stuff. His little conspirator, criminal, Kara, the free-range humans idiot that has called herself Emily Thorne, a.k.a. Skills, a.k.a. Siren. And they're all connected to Sewertown, run by Jesse and Paula Davis, who have all kinds of connections to fucking pedophiles. Then you have Corey Daniel and Alicia Ray, the two people who are the most involved with Isaac Cappy and his death. Geo Farnsworth, Daniel Dowd, the two that actually bragged about coming into town and murdering my friend Owen. Which was not just because of me. It was also because of the Ricky Chaddick case. Because my stepmother, Joanne Shurter, is also on Sewertown and has been in league with Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Lucian Greaves, for years. Manny Chavez, a.k.a. DeFango. Brett Trimble, who has all of the resources and all of the knowledge to set what they did to Isaac Cappy up completely. They're all involved with this fucking child trafficking. Craig Sawyer. It's all happening now. These other assholes are all involved. Everything that they went. And then Tara Joyce, like I said in the last one, just gave me the whole list of their controlled opposition. I know Titus Frost is a bad guy. Titus Frost was involved with that Wolf dude. So, dude, you can say whatever you want. Who was the one in charge of that rally in Washington, D.C. that I was being flown out to? Because nothing that he gave for that press release was real. Not his name, not his address, not his credit card, nothing was real. So who was he? But you were involved there. You were there, Titus. You were standing right beside him at that rally years ago at Washington, D.C. for victims. So don't say like, oh, I don't know anything. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I actually canceled the ticket, called the airline myself and canceled the ticket. After the dude assured me that he would get me an audience with Michael Aquino. The minute he said that, I knew he was involved with Michael Aquino. And if I flew out there for that rally, I wasn't coming back. Denise Matthau. Fucking, I knew her before I ever knew Tara Joyce. She's together with Neil Brick and the whole SMART conference. Lestat, aka Atoro, whose hand in hand, his hand is so far up Doug Mesner's ass. They're all together. But it doesn't make any difference. Fuck, they're untouchable. Let them fuck as many kids as they want. I guess that's how it works now. You know? Just as long as it doesn't fall on your doorstep. I gotta get off here. Again, it's so hard to have hope in humanity. And let's be real, people who follow God, we end up getting trashed in the end. Fuck. Our leader got hung up on a cross. You know, it never goes well for the people trying to seek righteousness and justice. If I had to do it all over again, would I? Right now, today, I don't know the answer to that. I would like to say no, but then I don't think I'm smart enough. I think I would be just as big of a dumbass and try to do the right thing all over again. I should just take the example of everybody else, learn how to look away, tell myself that evil doesn't matter. But it's just not inside of me to do that. It's just not. I know this has been a downer of a live. I'm going to go. I wasn't even going to do one, but I do one on Tuesdays and Thursdays and on the weekends. And I just wanted everyone to know, you know, yes, I'm disgruntled. Yes, I'm pissed off. I am stressed the fuck out over those taxes. But what can I do? I'll keep going on and on and on, you know? Shit. Susan's right. A lot could happen in March. Fuck, they could just kill my dogs. Fuck, they just tried to kill one of them. Had I been gone all day and he was locked up in 33-degree weather, he would have been sick. It would have made it would have hurt him. But I should be okay with that. Fuck, they came in and murdered my friend Owen and bragged about it. I guess I should just get over that too, you know? Hey, Mika, you came at the last moment because I'm getting off here. You didn't miss anything. I'm in a shitty mood. I'm stressed out. I'm just. And it doesn't help the $2,300 I'm freaking out about, but some dude flips off fucking Donald Trump and is now $500,000 richer because people just, oh my God. It's just beyond, you know? It's just beyond. All right. And on that lovely note, I'm taking my little storm cloud, probably going to go lay down. So, see, this is them. Go get a job. But we all know what you would fucking do when I got a job. You would go out of your way to try and get me fired. Or you'd be doing shit in my house, like leaving my dogs outside, you know? And all of that. These motherfuckers don't stop. They don't stop. Well, you're a fuckhead and a child trafficker or a pedo protector, you know? So I'd rather be a bum than a fucking pedophile protector or a pedophile, which is probably more to the point. And I'm not an anonymous person. Motherfucker, you come in here all anonymous, acting like you're all big and bad, but you're hiding in behind your fucking keyboard. People have a clue you're a piece of shit, you know? And you ain't a fucking saint. You're a piece of shit who protects fucking pedophiles. You're lower than the pedophiles themselves. It's disgusting. And on that note, now that I've had this example, fuck. And people wonder why I wish that I could stay. I wish I wouldn't have gotten involved with this. You know? The clue is you're a fucking pedophile protector. You know? Or a pedophile. Pick one. They're both disgusting. And you're anonymous. So you're an anonymous pedophile protector who thinks he's all big and bad, hiding behind a keyboard, behind an anonymous name, making little fucking comments. You're a little bitch who can't find a fucking date. You know? Because nobody wants to fuck you. That's why you're reduced to fucking kids. Because they don't have a choice. It's disgusting.